Hey guys, Rose-Gorgon the Inkling here, and well, the Sinder drama has only gotten exceedingly much worse. Cause what Sinder finally posted an apology, and let's just say it was not received well. So this time I'm going to show you like some of the responses that was said. Hope so. Just so you get a clarification on how everyone feels. Alright, so give me a sec. Okay, so this is on my Twitter. Yeah, that's me, okay? So shut up. Anyway, so you can see Sinder posted an apology here, but yeah, so Buff Pup literally was the first to respond saying, dude, fuck off. Yeah, seriously. Go down the list, so then we have Shy Lily, and boy is this pain. And boy is this big. Also, I'm gonna move to actually see. Anyway, so the absolute audacity to sit here and continue to manipulate and gaslight is absolute insanity. The pain and mental torment you've caused to the ones closest and most supportive to you has been devastating, and I have never been so heartbroken and hurt so badly for my friends. You are the fakest person I've ever had the displeasure of supporting, reading, and hearing of how you really viewed me behind your back, not just through screenshots of your man, but also your very own messages while having to sit here and read through these bullshit lies you spin make me want to vomit. Sorry. To claim you didn't know a single thing and had zero awareness of what your man was up to when everyone who shared even a single moment with you knows that you basically operate as the same person, sharing every waking moment while loving to jump at the slightest opportunity to turn into your most slanderous self as soon as the opportunity was given. Even when talking about your friends is sickening. Oh, when talking about your friends, excuse me. I'll continue. Let me move down the list here. Sorry. I have experienced your own actions without red, in a situation where in your own screenshot words, you express a, end quote, pressure to live up to what Lily is, end quote, and proceed to throw one of your most loyal and supportive friends under the bus after months of continuous playing, just because you consistently chose business over friends, never feeling bad for failing them. Sorry, I said falling. Just to earn the bag and compete with me over a VCon collab that you rescheduled to be on the exact date your friend needed you to keep an important promise, you actively lied about it to them, instead blaming me for a collab you rescheduled, adding me to the pool of excuses to save your ass when you realized you were being a bad friend. Why blame me for choosing to miss an obligation you agreed on one of the most important days of that friend's career? Probably bow, I'm going to say. Just saying. Everything you do is out of competition through your constant need to one-up the people who are the sole reason you even have the opportunities and platforms to earn from to begin with. You're welcome, by the way. Damn, Shy really cooked on this tweet. You claim it's just business. Well, in the business world, there has to be accountability for all you've done to try and shove it away and admit to nothing. In true narcissistic fashion, you're only feeling sorry about yourself and your own consequences. You try and end your career and try to salvage it. Sorry, I kind of may have skipped a line there. I'm sorry to everyone who looked up to you as this mission. I'm especially sorry for your fans. Pirate Pups deserve better. Yeah, I agree with that one. Anyway, give me one moment. Sorry about that, I was opening a Mountain Dew. Anyway, let's continue from the top. I'm only going to do some VTubers, not every comment. Okay, here we have Camilla. As if boyfriend and girlfriend don't tell each other every single little thing, you are blaming him to save yourself. I am so disappointed in you both. Shame on you for the pain you have caused to all your friends just so you can be the best. Yeah, that's valid. Contail, VA, one of the victims of this, literally just said she's just so disappointed. Yeah, that basically sums up everything. And also, yeah, I have a lot of tabs open. Just sue me, I don't care. Sorry, it's gonna kind of in my throat a little bit. Alright. This is a bit of a recent tweet when last time we have Lucy Myers saying, lying and manipulating like this only twists the knife in the hearts of the people you have hurt. You spit on the face of the podcast who patiently waited for your side of the story and held out hope for a genuine apology and accountability. I hope one day you will truly change. I don't know about that, because it looks like she's cooked. Okay, next up, Vibe said, the old classic shift the blame onto BF, fake a breakup, come back single, and then there be to capitalize on what's left of your community. They deserve better. Let's go down the list. San just said no, ma'am, so yeah, okay. Demi has this quote saying, I have no involvement or knowledge, as if partners don't tell everything to each other. No screenshots needed to prove anything, just saying, nah. Basically, and this picture, basically. So, yeah. Continuing on, we have Sale, a Vtuber, saying, mistakes, jealousy, and losing control are understandable. You can grow from them, but betrayal is different. It shows you're willing to sacrifice close friends whenever it's convenient, and no business should ever justify that. Shoto basically just said the same thing Connors, and he's really disappointed, so yeah. Milky here says, no, these are people I kind of fall, so right. I have nothing to say about this that has not only been said. This will forever remain my advice to you. 3 things cannot be long hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. Facts, right there, Milky. Poseidon Mythos said, I've looked up to you since the start of your VTuber journey, which was back like, I'd say 2020, I think, as Tashi, but I think Sinder debuted in 2022. Forgive me if I'm wrong. And reading this genuinely made me sick and disappointed. Shame on both of you, that being Red and Sinder. Megalodon says she looked up to her. Damn, Cha-Cha said, and he hasn't been talked to extensively at the situation. Oh, alright, moving on. We have a gift by Lord Aethelstan, which is just that, yeah. Which is kind of okay. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, by the way, Fifi said that she's disappointed reading this, so... Okay, next up we have Yoklesh, who said, our fellow Gamers Up's partner, same with Fifi and others here, in quote, the countless friendships I've made here within the last several years mean so much more to me than him and the, quote, business side of things, and his way of thinking, end quote. I'm so disappointed. You have known Red since your college days and have a long-term relationship. How can you think it's okay to just put all the blame on him and pretend you didn't know what he was saying or doing as your manager? I don't believe this. Even if Red would put out a statement saying that he's in fact the devil and everything is his fault, I wouldn't believe it because it would be too convenient. There's no way he's been building your brand behind your back and being the person you're closest with without you knowing what's going on. Alright, sorry, I gotta click show more again because some of these people make long ones. I made my own reply, but I'm probably not gonna read it, so yeah. Basically, I just told her that it's already over, and just give up, so yeah. Okay, so Lena Lazar said, this is someone you supposedly loved and worked close with as a team for years. I can't imagine for the sake and online image, throwing someone away so effortlessly claiming you didn't know what they were doing. There's just no way. Sorry if I didn't read that part up there. I only read for the sake, I'm an idiot. People are falling out, people piss each other off, people end up not clicking and having misunderstandings. I get that. But dude, you were at the top. You had everything. You had a massively supportive community, a group of girls who stuck by you. That's the girly pops. You're partial owner of a company. That's Gamer Substance with Shine Lily. Which is not gonna happen anymore. People would die to be where you're at, and you actively sabotage the people closest to you as well as creators that had nothing to do with you. I always looked up to how hard you worked and how much you kept a good head in your shows being where you're at, but damn, dude. We're not all perfect, and this is a clear example of being human and we make mistakes. I just hope in time you're going to take ownership of that and not put it on someone else, damn. Minkius just said it was a pathetic excuse for an apology. Hazel Mythos basically just said, I really wish this had started with the apologies first. Agreed. I think the people you directly hurt deserve it the most, and salvaging your career can come after. Regardless, I have my own doubts about how much you genuinely didn't, since a lot of you for Red Hat seemed weird for a manager to have about your friends. Still, I hope you take some time away and reflect. Just because you have done some horrible things doesn't mean you haven't also done good things when it happens to you. Please take time to find who you want to be and change for the better. I wish you happiness. And that's probably the only real positive tweet we have on here. Because the rest of this is stuff. Okay, next up we have Ellie here. These are only just VTubers. So we have Man, that was disappointing to read. As creators, we are responsible for our own brand and image. We are responsible for the relationships that we maintain and how we treat others. That includes certain scenes as well. It's one thing to be frustrated at something, but to actively sabotage people who you call your friends and then put all the blame for your way of thinking on your manager/boyfriend? Yeah, that part is kind of odd. Sinder and Red are pairy boyfriend and girlfriend? I mean, I'll get it. Even if it was mostly his way of thinking, you have your own opinions and autonomy. When you're called out for your wrongdoings, it's always best to take accountability for your own actions. Facts. No excuses, no manipulation, no direction. No redirection. People will always see through the bullshit. Tell that to Ouija Pie. He's still denying his fucking allegations, why don't ya? Elga just said managers and their talents talk to everything, even more so than their partners. Sally said, quoted, it's just boyfriend business. Alright. This girl said, PP Slayer. FaZe is like, I'm sorry for the idea. For the ideas that were put in my head. Someone else should have no place in the apologetic scene. Apologist just said she was extremely disappointed reading this, so yeah. Continuing which this. Okay, we have, I don't know Yukimi, but I'm just gonna read it anyway because I'm here. I find it hard to believe that you are unaware of his actions and words. I live with my boyfriend and we tell each other everything. I'm an helping hand with manage some of the things and I will always ensure he's fully informed of everything I do and say. This situation is truly funny. Even if he's no longer a mere manager, he will still be involved behind the scenes. That is just facts again, buddy. Next, Dragon's VT said, how can you not know this was going on? Not knowing that the guy who you're living with is representing you this way? This feels like it's willful ignorance. I'm so disappointed. I'm just gonna give you a note. There's gonna be more replies as time progresses, so I'm not gonna be able to read all of them, and there'll be other bigger VTubers. Probably, I think, I can apply this. I mean, I haven't seen what Numi, Tricky, Vienna, and who was the last one? Yuzu have said yet. But I'm pretty sure they'll have their own say. I mean, because Bao had her own say, and she just completely blasted you on the whole thing. That's not quite on. That's just, well, Resney says, please, for the love of God, use the other. I couldn't read that politics. I'll have to wait in the YouTube video. That's just basically, okay. I'm just gonna say that's basically a response to the whole Google Doc, because I guess it's just a big blob of stuff. Yeah, and yeah, you just noticed I have a bunch of tabs of YouTube videos. Shut up. Another Volkixie just said, I'm sorry, but I find it crazy that you blame most of this on Red and even more so avoided even mentioning narration, but most of all, this is all I have to say despite after all she went through? Oh yeah, let me up. Yeah, I'm just gonna zoom this in on you. Yeah, this was by far the shortest apology, and this doesn't even cover a single thing. Yeah, her quote apology to Spike. I'm sorry I had assumed things I designed out weren't true, and I'm sorry you've been harassed by comments needing to compare. And I apologize for the way Red spoke about you to now. You didn't deserve it, Spike. I'm sorry. That's literally it. Girl, you literally had longer apologies for everybody else, and then you made this half-assed apology? Basically, the whole doc is just half-assed. She's just trying to keep herself away. It's just damage control, and this is stupid. Yeah, so yeah, that was just, I just want to show you what that said. And then there's a bunch of other stuff that's going on here. Like TLDR, yeah. Google Donkey, yeah. And this is great. Somebody just posted this. This basically, makes sense. I mean, I could say what's going on. I don't know. Yeah, it's basically the whole thing. Well, mostly, but I don't know. Yeah, that's the same thing here. This cat, what the frick? I don't even know what this is. This is just basically a long shot of this stuff. Alright, I found a few more. I can read. Grimmy says, feeling insecure is rough, and it's hard to treat peeps right when that happens. I think you did the right thing by being open, I think. Even if not angry, I hope it can help you and your friends can heal. At least that's kind-hearted, but it's not going to fix anything. Next up we have Mooney here, says, I just wanted to be a comment under this saying to please do not do anything drastic or harmful to yourself. I don't condone what you all have done. The only thing you can do from here is learn and grow. I generally put time in that, yeah. Yeah, what the f is that? Cream cat, that is cursed. What are you doing? Bro, that just... By the way, I'm just... Something about silver. Yeah, sorry. Oh boy. What if Mouse gets this? So it could be worse, actually. It's just Arnold. It's just Arnold. It's just Arnold saying, stop. You said too much. You're already fucked. Yeah. So, yeah. And look at it. This is all just more people here. Other VTubers, other lesser known VTubers and stuff. Nice. Google Docky! And yeah. I'm just gonna... What a disappointing read. Yeah, that's a disappointing read of everything said one. Yeah. This is all just... Oh, ow. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna play that because there's music here. I'm kind of muted, so yeah. Just saw that. Bro thinks he's free. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you ain't gonna be free. Womp womp is right, buddy. I have no involvement. It's no red spot. Sure, I'm not. I kind of just said sad. So yeah, that basically, I let's see if you, no, I'm sorry about that. Maybe I can see my iris. Yeah, that. Oh yeah, this is the tweet that started it all, saying effective immediately redacted or read when no longer be saying or seeing my YouTube actors. He no longer represents me as a creator of my brand and my intentions. I'm sorry, but I'll make a larger response when I'm able. And well, guess what? It sucked. It absolutely sucked. So yeah. One moment. And that kind of basically sums up what's happened now. It's very obvious that Sinder isn't going to get any sort of forgiveness whatsoever, as there have been other VTubers who respond to this, like Scuchan, Chibidoki, Smugglana, and Giga, and countless, and I mean countless other VTubers who have reacted to, who've seen this in some way. I mean, anyway, that's gonna be all for this video, because people are coming, so I'm gonna end this off. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.